know you can see the way she's boxed you in. Elizabeth made sure you would never be able to tell the world that Jake is your son because you would open her up to perjury charges. She got exactly what she wanted in that courtroom today.
You're wrong.
I am not wrong. She stole your only son. And there's only one way to make this right. Let her suffer the consequences of her actions. Admit that Jake is your son. Or I will do it for you.
Do I have to remind you what I'll do? If you tell anyone that I'm Jake's father.
No. I got it loud and clear. You will turn me in as an accessory to Jake's kidnapping because in a moment of weakness, during probably the worst time of my life, aside from the death of my daughter, I froze, I panicked.
I do not want to hurt you. But I'm not going to let you turn my son's life inside out either.
Don't you mean lucky son? After all, he is Jake's father of record, but he shouldn't be permitted to know the truth because you and Elizabeth have spoken. Well, you know, Jason, I happen to disagree. And the more this drags on, the more I know I was right. Maureen may have been half crazy from grief, but she couldn't be any worse of a mother than that lying, manipulating Elizabeth Spencer.
I know you like to paint Elizabeth as some cold, unfeeling monster who gets off on lying to everybody, but you're wrong. And if you could possibly think this isn't hurting her, you're wrong again. This has got nothing to do with you anymore. And this is what I want for Jake, and I'm not going to let you wreck it.
So what, we're all just supposed to sit back while you and Elizabeth hijack Lucky's entire life?
Since when do you care about Lucky so much?
Since we are both sitting on the same side of the fence looking in at the Liars Club. I thought you learned something from Alan's death. I thought that you regret how you treated him and how you kept AJ from Michael, but you are still playing with another man's dreams of fatherhood, all in the name of protecting a child who would be just as happy with you as I was. I never thought I would say this, but you deserve every bit of pain you've caused for yourself.
Well, I took a gamble today. Only paid off by half. See, I would have bet money that you were really Jake's father. I'll take it as a victory. At least I was able to establish that you and Elizabeth slept together.
Oh, congratulations, Rick. You blew a hole through the life of an innocent mother. It's great.
It's all relative, isn't it, Jason? I mean, I could say the same thing about you, but that's a debate for another day, right? Because the only thing that's really important is what the jury believes, and that is, if Elizabeth was misguided enough to want to sleep with you, then maybe she was also misguided enough
cut the crap, okay? You put Elizabeth through hell to push my buttons. You want me to lose it again in the courtroom to make everybody think I'm some kind of animal? Well, you can choke. I'm waiting for your so-called victory because I'm not going to give you what you want.
Can you handle a visitor?
Of course I can, if it's you.
Don't take this the wrong way, but you look awful.
It wasn't a good day in court.
Yeah, it's all over the news.
What are they saying?
That you and Elizabeth slept together one night last August. Both the mayor and Rick gave out these press conferences claiming that Elizabeth's testimony could have been biased.
What a bastard. That's not how he did it.
Rick's twisted. Jason, he's horrible. When I think about the fact that Elizabeth was actually married to him, I'm just grateful that she's not anymore.
I know, but he wanted me to lose it. in court. And at one point, I guess I did. I jumped up, I yelled. He thought he could push me more. That's why he kept going after Elizabeth.
I hope you sat there that way you do, like you don't feel or care, like nothing can touch you. I'm sure it makes Rick furious, and hopefully the jury will realize that he's the one who should be on trial, not you.
Rick offered me a plea bargain. And I'm starting to think that he's going to continue to beat up on the people that I care about until I take it.
Jason, don't you dare give in to that slimy toad.
Slimy toad?
What? Are you denying that Rick Lansing is both slimy and a toad? Unless, of course, you think that he looks and acts more like a rat, in which case I might have to agree with you.
Now you sound like my lawyer.
I definitely admire that woman. I don't think I could sit there and listen to Rick Lansing's little lies with a straight face.
When did you get so fierce?
Right around the time my big brother was arrested for murder. I'm sorry I haven't visited more often.
Nah, you know what? You've been busy. It looks like you're still busy. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, it's been a really tough rotation. Sometimes I get so tired, Jason, I wonder why am I even doing all this? And then I think about Dad.
Helen would be really proud of you.
If he were alive, he'd be here, you know? He'd be saying all the wrong things. Probably driving you crazy. But he'd be on your side. He loved you, Chase.
Yeah, I know.
And I love you, too. I don't say that enough. Which is probably fine with you since you're not really into big public displays of emotion.
Yeah, you don't need to say it.
Maybe I want to. You are an amazing, essential person in my life. And you're going to beat this. Because I can't lose you.
It's going to be okay. I didn't expect to see you tonight. How'd it go with Lucky?
I honestly don't know. I lied to him. Again. I assured him that he's Jake's father. And then he asked me if I was in love with you.
What'd you say?
I said we were just friends. Friends who shared one night, but it'll never happen again.
Did he believe you?
He seemed convinced that Jake is his son. Just good for him. I gave him something to hold on to, and it's the best thing for Jake. Even though I'm starting to hate myself.
I know how difficult this is to keep the secret.
Lucky's hurt and he's angry, and I don't blame him because I too was furious last summer when he was lying to me.
Elizabeth, I'm sorry that this trial has brought you so much pain.
I would go through it all over again. And more if it meant you could walk out of here.